Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
All right, we have made it to Friday. Good morning. It is January 5th. Glad to be hanging out with you guys on this beautiful Friday morning across San Antonio.
Glad to have you. Happy Friday.
Definitely.
It's a great week for all of us because it's like I say all of us, a lot of us because it's a short week.
I did work on Monday.
Oh, you did work on Monday?
Try not to ever do that.
That's right.
Fully the manager's bosses.
Right.
I'm going to try and take that day.
Yeah.
But everyone puts in for it early.
It's a little easier when you have that Monday off, and a lot of the kiddos had a couple of days off as well to kind of get back into the swing of things. So we're glad to see Friday either way, Justin.
I agree with that. And the sun is out, so it makes it even better. I do not want to kill the Friday vibes, but I do have to show the pollen count. And it wasn't what we hoped for. I'm going to tell you that right now. Mountain Cedar actually went back up 1,170. It's in the high category. And molds went up too, so it's a double whammy, 1,620. That's headache central right there. If you're having allergy issues this morning, there's the culprit. Hopefully it gets a little bit better over the weekend. Right now, the satellite picture, I know it's kind of hard to see there, but clouds are generally moving out. We still have some clouds and some fog holding on around Del Rio and Eagle Pass. We've seen a little bit of fog here in San Antonio, but that is lifting and temperatures will continue to rise. 50 in San Antonio right now, 42 in Kerrville, 46 Bulverde, 46 right now in Rio Medina. Here's a look at the forecast for today. Noontime, 60 degrees. And we'll make our way up to around 67 or 68 later today. Sunny skies, beautiful day. Could be a little bit breezy from time to time. And then temperatures will fall off quickly tonight if you have evening plans. Here's the next 3 days. Weekend looks good too. We're going to get a lot of sun Saturday and Sunday, temperatures in the 60s. Everything changes though on Monday. We'll talk more about that big time storm system that heads our way here in just a few minutes. Guys.
All right, Justin, taking a look at the roads right now with your traffic authority, and we're still following this crash out there, eastbound lanes of Loop 410 at Babcock Road. Looks like things have kind of cleared out, but you could see that it did cause at least 1 or 2 lanes there to be blocked on the right-hand side. So we show you real quickly here on maps, and you can see that we had traffic backed up all the way to Callahan, but it looked like right there we have things starting to clear out in that area. Real quick, want to let you guys know about a weekend closure taking place Jackson, north and southbound over 1604. That will be closed throughout the rest of this weekend, starting tonight and going through Monday morning. Steph?
All right, we'll be aware of it because it's going to be a busy area regardless.
Absolutely. All right, here's today's 9 at 9.
The first day back at school after winter break at a high school in Iowa was disrupted by a school shooting. 1 student was killed and 5 other people were injured. The suspect died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound, and police have confirmed a motive for the shooting. However, students at the high school say the shooter and his sister were bullied.
As U.S. officials are struggling with how to prevent a wider Middle East war from breaking out, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken departed for a trip to the Middle East yesterday. A senior U.S. envoy was also sent to Israel in an effort to calm tensions between Israel and Lebanon. Blinken is expected to make it clear that the Houthi attacks on merchant vessels in the southern Red Sea are unacceptable, and will also discuss with Israel what the plans are to transition to a lower intensity phase of operations in Gaza.
U.S. border officials have reopened 4 ports of entry on the southern border with Mexico. The 4 ports are in Eagle Pass, Lukeville, Arizona, Nogales, Arizona, and San Ysidro, California. U.S. officials credit the Mexican government with stepping up efforts in bringing the number of migrant crossings down, including deporting some migrants to southern Mexico and Venezuela.
Today's jobs reports show the U.S. gained 216,000 positions in December. Such employment numbers are key to warding off a recession. Throw in a more sluggish inflation rate, and the near impossible of the economy having a soft landing is actually starting to seem probable. Wall Street is betting the Fed will start trimming interest rates as soon as March.
Mortgage rates have increased for the first time since October. The rates inched up to an average of 6.62% this week. That is up slightly from 6.61% from the previous week. Rates have been falling after reaching a 23-year high in October.
Verizon customers could get $100 thanks to a settlement of a class action lawsuit. The lawsuit alleges Verizon was charging customers undisclosed administration fees in a, quote, deceptive and unfair manner. Verizon has denied any wrongdoing. Current and former customers who are eligible will be notified via email or will receive a letter in the mail.
On Wall Street, more profit taking after the huge rally late last year. Two major indexes are down for the third straight session. S&P off 0.3%. Its worst start to a year since 2015. The Nasdaq lost 0.5%. Dow Jones is up 0.03%. Overall volume, though, was down.
Apple is struggling in the new year. Shares of the tech giant are down to an 8-week low after another rating downgrade this week. Some analysts are worried iPhone demand may be peaking, especially in China. Shares are down 1.4%. Despite the downgrades, Apple is still the most valuable company in the world.
2024 is a big election year, not only nationwide, but here locally too. Right now on KSAT.com, we have a look at some of the big races we're going to be watching closely, like Republican U.S. Senator Ted Cruz fighting for his seat, and some Bexar County races, including sheriff and 2 commissioner seats. You can find the full story on our website at KSAT.com. And that's today's 9 at 9.
It's going to be a very busy year in your morning headlines. This is hard to believe. I remember this. It was the trial of the century, at least in South Africa, and now a convicted murderer is out on parole. Plus, Google taking a bite out of cookies.
And if you remember the old BlackBerry, that keyboard kind of making a comeback. David Sears is here with the morning headlines.
See, it's like we think we reinvent everything. You know, it's like, oh, this is new. No, it's not. It's
Vintage.
just,
What's old is new again.
we've just reworked it a little bit. So we'll have that for you in just a second. This is Oscar Pistorius going through his trial for the murder of his girlfriend right about 9 years ago. He was convicted of the murder and sent to prison. Today, he is out of prison. He was released this morning. However, he is on parole. This is one of the gripping stories way back then. Pistorius was a double amputee. He was known as the Blade Runner, using carbon fiber prosthetic legs to become a Paralympic sprinter representing his country of South Africa. He was convicted for shooting his girlfriend, Reva Steenkamp, 4 times through the bathroom door of his house. It happened back in 2013. He claimed he thought she was an intruder. He was convicted of manslaughter in 2014, but then a higher court overturned that conviction and instead convicted him of murder. That added 6 years to his sentence. Even though he is on parole, he has to be at home during certain hours of the day, cannot drink alcohol or take prohibited substances, and he cannot do any media interviews. You know, when you search for something and you click on it and that site and a message pops up that talks about those cookies, well, Google is trying to basically eliminate that for you. They are starting a test case that will restrict those cookies. It's on their latest version of their Chrome browser. The cookies sound delicious, but they are the programs that track you and then find out what you really are looking for when you Google something, you know, and then all of a sudden you end up with all these ads, like you want a pair of jeans or something. Next thing you know, you got ads out the wazoo for jeans. Instead of cookies, Google has its own software that will replace the cookies. As usual, some like it, some don't. One of the concerns is that Google is going to be able to take over the market when it comes to targeting advertising, and that would eliminate third-party cookies. Their test will only affect about 1% of users. Chrome is going to continue to have those cookies for you when you log in for certain information. And finally, remember, and at one time, the old BlackBerry was the piece of electronics to have. Remember that? Remember the old BlackBerry? Well, it's sort of making a comeback. You can now get a phone case that is actually a physical keyboard. So for all you old school lovers, here you go. It'll work with an iPhone 14 and 15. It'll run off the phone's battery, and it is only $140. And it looks kind of like the old BlackBerry. Remember in movies? Everybody had a BlackBerry. You know, if you were like some kind of official, you always had your BlackBerry, and you're always doing this. You worked for the White House in a movie, you know. So there you go. So when they bring the flip phone back the way it was, then we're talking.
Yeah. I was going to say the newer flip phones. What was it? It was the Razor, right?
Yeah, but that's not quite the old style flip.
Yeah.
Those old motor where they had the flip out keyboard. Those were fun.
Yeah, that was fun as well.
Okay.
So
I miss that little
Going down,
Razor.
nostalgia road here.
Yeah.
but, you know, new technology, it's not new. Same old stuff. Just
I
like
do miss actually being able to type in where you could actually feel the buttons on the little keyboard.
Do you really?
That was,
I do. Actually.
Yeah, that was cool.
But they never made it big enough for fat thumbs and big fingers. I always hit 3 letters at a time. And
I was going to say, do you miss the numbers where you had to, I don't know, hit the number a certain time to get a certain letter out? Probably not that. Probably not that. That was with the flip phone. That was with the flip phone.
I still had my beeper, I think, back then.
Wow, now we're going real old school.
Okay, thank goodness
thank you very much.
these.
Yeah. All right, it is 9:08 right now, and we've actually gone down a little bit, 49 degrees.
Yeah, a little bit for now. Hopefully it'll warm up and we'll see the sun soon. So still ahead on GMSA at 9. It's been just over a week since Gypsy Rose Blanchard was released from prison. Coming up, we're going to look at her exclusive interview with ABC News and where she talks about what she regrets most.
And residents on the southwest side are concerned for their health due to a nearby scrapyard. We'll hear from district officials and councilmen on what they're doing to ease these worries. That's coming up after the break. Welcome back. Fed up, frustrated, and concerned. That's how neighbors who live near a scrapyard on Frio City Road feel.
When they gathered for a community meeting 2 months ago, they were worried about air quality, and now neighbors are taking their concerns to city and state leaders.
Yeah, you see this video behind us, and they also tell us, our Avery Everett, that they believe their health is now on the line.
Even in a new year,
nobody should have to live that way, right?
This neighborhood is dealing with old problems.
I tell people, imagine living in a war zone.
Residents around Frio City Road are frustrated.
Who knows what could happen? Who knows what we're all breathing in?
The neighbors we spoke to believe one scrap center is hurting their health after reports of smoke, fires, and explosions.
Eventually, our problem is going to become everybody else's problem.
KSAT 12 archives show this has been happening for years, with the most recent fire in September and a community meeting held to address the concerns in November.
We finally got the attention that we were asking for. We finally started getting answers.
In the new year, these neighbors are writing testimonials, hoping to hand-deliver these concerns to city and state leaders, including the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality, or TCEQ.
What appears to be smoke is lingering around the sky of Monterey Iron on Thursday night, but it's nothing as bad as that fire from back in September. Now, a couple of months after that fire, we know TCEQ did an investigation into the situation, but they wrapped up that investigation by the end of 2023, meaning that there have been 32 total investigations into the salvage yard, but 7 of those have been in the past 2 years. And now, in 2024, there are no more open investigations.
In a statement sent this week to KSAT 12, a spokesperson for Monterey says they have, quote, invested heavily in detection systems, mitigation systems, safety planning, and expert hazard prevention. But with sites like these, neighbors say they're far from giving up.
My hope for 2024 is that there is a resolution to this problem and that the folks who are supposed to be policing are actually policing.
Taking this new action now in 2024. Avery Everett, KSAT 12 News.
Now, we did try to get a comment from District 5 Councilwoman Terry Castillo.
And a spokesperson released a statement which in part said that Castillo filed a council consideration request in November to update city codes for recycling facilities.
And for now, let's look out there with a live cam. Yeah, 49 degrees, but it's encouraging to see some sun out there. It's been a little dreary with, the drizzle and rain.
I'm happy to see the sun back.
Clear skies.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Yeah, the skies cleared out pretty quickly this morning. We had some fog briefly, but it's not lasting very long, and it'll get out of here too. The weekend looks great if you got weekend plans, and then next week, that's great. Okay, so let's first start with the fog. Satellite picture here, and again, I know it's kind of hard to see visible satellites. A little rough this time of morning, but we can see where some of that fog has developed around Hondo. You can actually pick it up here on the visible satellite. Visibility is down about a quarter of a mile. Here around San Antonio, visibility has improved. We had a little bit around downtown. That has since gone away, and I think a lot of the fog that we see out there is going to go away here very soon. Right now, we've got clear skies here over San Antonio, 50 degrees. Temperatures are on their way up, 53 New Braunfels, 52 in Seguin, and 40s for Bernie and Kerrville. And looking at rainfall this year, yes, we did pick up more rain last night. Not a lot, but we continue to add to our total, 0.86 for the year. That's awesome. We're above average. So is Austin. Del Rio, a little bit below, but at least we did get some rain there too. So we've started off on a good note, and we're going to have another small chance coming up on Monday. Our forecast today, noontime 60 degrees, and then by the afternoon we're up around 68 for a high. Picture perfect day. And again, we'll put this on repeat for the weekend, so you'll see more weather like this coming up. Cool mornings, nice afternoons. 67 Saturday, 65 Sunday. A few more clouds on Sunday, but not a big deal. And as we look at the satellite picture, This storm that brought us some of the light showers overnight, this has transitioned into more thunderstorm activity. Houston this morning getting some very heavy rain, and then that transitions into some snow across parts of Arkansas this morning. Around Little Rock, snow flying at this hour. And this storm system will continue to push east into parts of Louisiana and Mississippi today before moving up across the northeast and causing some issues there. But we're on the backside of it, so it's not an issue for us anymore. I do want to take you, though, up to, this is Canada, Pacific Northwest here. See this little spin? We can see it on water vapor very nicely. That is the makings of our next storm system. It is going to push south and head towards Texas, and it will have an impact on our forecast. So as we get into Monday, here comes the storm system. We'll have some showers and storms out ahead of it. Now, there is a small window in which we could get some severe weather Monday morning. I don't think we're going to get a lot here. It's probably going to be east of us, but it is something worth watching. The setup is there, again, for a small window of some storms. By the afternoon, that all pushes east. We get some drier air coming in from the west, and then it turns windy. And I do mean windy. We've talked about this last couple of days, but it is still looking like we could get gusts 40 to 50 miles per hour Monday night into Tuesday morning. It will slowly subside. Those winds will slowly subside on Tuesday, but it will take some time. So it'll be somewhat blustery. Here's a look at the wind forecast over the next several days. Yeah, winds start to pick up. Monday, gusts to 27. By Monday night, gusts to 33. And by Tuesday morning, gusts to 41 miles per hour here in San Antonio. So be prepared for some very windy conditions. 30% chance of rain Monday. Behind that front, we get 59 on Tuesday. I do want to point out, too, that Wednesday morning, we're down to 32. So possible freeze here in San Antonio. And we'll see temperatures in the 60s on Wednesday. 70 on Thursday. And then after that, it's not in the 7-day forecast yet, but it looks like we could get some really cold air moving in by not this weekend, but next weekend. Something to watch.
We'll have to get ready for that. I know it's January, but every time a cold front like that comes along, I'm like, ah.
I know. Yeah, you know, we have another couple months of some cold weather probably before we're right back to where we were last year in the heat. So we'll enjoy it.
So basically, enjoy the weekend while you can.
I mean, it's going to be gorgeous.
If you needed a reason to maybe put up those inflatables, now might be the
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
otherwise, you'll lose them forever.
Yeah,
Monday.
A little bit windy out there.
Yeah.
All right, guys, 918 right now. Actually, it just ticked up to 919, and we're back up to 50 degrees.
And the exclusive interview between ABC News and Gypsy Rose Blanchard is uncovering more secrets about what happened almost a decade ago. After the break, we're going to see how Gypsy Rose feels about the situation now.
Welcome back. Time now is 9:22. Now to an ABC News exclusive with Gypsy Rose Blanchard in her first interview after leaving prison for her role in the murder of her mother.
She sat down with ABC's Deborah Roberts.
I share my story to be a cautionary tale so that the next person that might be in a situation like mine, they don't take the route that I did.
Gypsy Rose Blanchard is finally tasting the freedom she's long dreamed of.
Tell me about the day you stepped out from behind the prison walls.
You don't realize how much you're restricted in prison. I felt like I was in a black and white world and I just stepped into Technicolor. It was amazing.
Her world shifting after spending nearly 9 years in prison for helping plot the murder of her own mother. Gypsy, a victim of her mother's psychological disorder, commonly known as Munchausen syndrome by proxy, in which parents seek sympathy through the exaggerated or made-up illnesses of their children. Since childhood, Gypsy's mother, Dee Dee, portrayed her daughter as frail, disabled, suffering from multiple illnesses, including leukemia and muscular dystrophy, subjecting the girl to life in a wheelchair, a feeding tube, and unnecessary surgeries, even having some of her teeth removed. It was all a lie.
When you look at these pictures now of Gypsy Rose, what do you think now?
I don't even associate with that little girl anymore.
Do you recognize her?
I don't. I know that it's me, but at the same time, that isn't me anymore.
Your mom has been portrayed as a monster.
I don't believe my mother was a monster. She had a lot of demons. herself that she was struggling with. I didn't want her dead. I just wanted out of my situation. And I thought that that was the only way out.
In 2015, Gypsy says she reached a breaking point and plotted with a boyfriend she met online, Nicholas Godejohn, to kill her mother. Gypsy would later plead guilty to second-degree murder. During her prison stay, public fascination with Gypsy exploded. Her story portrayed in multiple documentaries and a drama series, The Act.
I'm so trapped. I can't tell anyone.
Gypsy now sharing unscripted personal details about her past in a Lifetime docuseries, The Prison Confessions of Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
You say that you were addicted to painkillers. How serious was this addiction?
You know, this is really hard to talk about because it took me down a really dark path. But I felt like it was my only way to cope for a time.
Hey everyone, this is Gypsy. I'm finally free.
And that was Deborah Roberts there with ABC News. So obviously a lot of national attention on this. The Prison Confessions of Gypsy Rose Blanchard premieres tonight at 8 p.m. on Lifetime.
And the time now is 9:25, and 50 degrees for now. There's a lot more ahead on GMSA at 9.
Absolutely, including what Matthew Guerra's family is asking the district attorney after finding the two men who murdered Matthew Guerra, Savannah Soto, and their unborn child.
And it was the Greek versus the French during last night's Spurs games, where the Bucks' Giannis says he's never seen anyone like him in regards to Wemby. We're going to take a look at some highlights with the birthday boy after the break.
Welcome back. While the grief is still there, there is some relief in knowing the alleged killer of pregnant 18-year-old Savannah Soto and 22-year-old Matthew Guerra is behind bars.
Now, yesterday we went through the new details we learned from the arrest affidavits, and later in the day we learned the two men arrested, 19-year-old Christopher Preciado and his father, 53-year-old Ramon Preciado, are facing more charges now.
Absolutely. Bexar County court records show that Ramon Preciado is charged with abuse of a corpse and alter, destroy, or conceal a corpse. Police say that he helped his son hide the bodies of Savannah and Matthew. His bond is set at $600,000.
The court records also show that his son, Christopher, is facing 3 charges: capital murder of multiple people, abuse of a corpse, as well as alter, destroy, or conceal a corpse. San Antonio Police Department is reporting that Christopher shot and killed both Savannah and Matthew in a botched drug deal.
And a question a lot of people have been asking, it leads to this right here. We also learned that District Attorney Joe Gonzalez is looking into adding another charge for the death of baby Fabian. That was Savannah's unborn child. Gonzalez is saying, in part, quote, under Texas law, an unborn child is included in the definition of a person. Therefore, Christopher Preciado can be charged with an additional count of capital murder for the death of baby Fabian, end quotes.
Now, the DA is someone who has been in touch with Matthew Guerra's family, and yesterday our team was able to speak with his family about the arrests made.
Guerra's father and stepmother spoke with Erica Hernandez and said that they are hoping for the full extent of punishment for both men.
Upset, anger, all kinds of emotions just going through.
Gabriel and Raquel Guerra are breathing a sigh of relief after Christopher Preciado and his father Ramon were arrested Wednesday night in the deaths of their son Matthew Guerra, his girlfriend Savannah Soto, and their unborn child Fabian.
That was definitely a relief of mine that, you know, I can hold someone accountable. I've been talking about justice for the 3 of them since it started.
Gabriel and Raquel say neither of them know who Christopher and Ramon are. According to the arrest affidavit, Matthew and Savannah met Christopher to allegedly sell them marijuana. We asked the Guerras about that information after they had previously stated that Matthew was trying to turn his life around.
Matthew hasn't made the best decisions, but, you know, I'll make no excuses for him, but whatever he did, you know, I don't condone that at all. But that being said, like, no one deserves to be murdered, period, for regardless of what kind of activity you're in or what you're doing.
Now this case moves to the district attorney's office, and the Guerras say they want nothing less than the death penalty for Christopher Preciado.
Now it's on the DA. He had said something about the death penalty, and I'm going to hold him accountable to his word. And that's the next process for me, is him confirming that.
Erica Hernandez, KSAT 12 News.
And we did reach out to Savannah Soto's family, too, about the arrest, but they declined to comment. However, they did say they might be able to open up to talk in the future.
And SAPD, we're expecting, will be holding a press conference to give us an update on this case. Of course, we'll get more information on that. And hopefully, if that press conference does take place, we will have more on that during our newscast.
And we will have it on air as well. For now, let's look out there with live cam. It's 50 degrees right now, but it looks good because the sun is out.
Oh, lots of blue skies as we look out over the airport right now. Well, what a start. After some rain last night, some more welcome rain. We did also have a little bit of fog this morning. That has since dissipated, but I want to show you a picture. Skywatcher Oscar always takes incredible shots. Look at this. So this is, I believe, on the north side there. And you can see a faraway shot of the San Antonio, Texas temple surrounded by fog. If memory serves, that temple's kind of up on a hill there. So fog built in around it. That is a cool shot. Yes, the fog has gone away now. And by the way, Oscar, we do appreciate that photo. And we'll see lots of blue skies and comfortable temperatures today. Current temperatures right now, it's chilly as you go up across the northern tier states. 25 Bismarck, 27 in Omaha, it's 30 in Chicago, 30 in New York. Chilly here, but not that cold. And we'll see those temperatures moderate pretty nicely today. It is down to freezing in Amarillo this morning, but that's the only spot in Texas that is at or below freezing. Noontime, 60 degrees. We're up around 68 for a high today. Sunny skies, westerly winds. They may get a little bit breezy from time to time. And keep in mind, if you have plans this evening, temperatures drop off quickly. Take a coat with you. Once that sun goes down, it'll get cold. Guys.
All right, one quick check here of TransGuide traffic, and we see that our crash earlier on 410 at Babcock, that is cleared out, so we have smooth sailing on a beautiful Friday morning. If you're headed out for the weekend, things looking pretty good out there on the roads. All right, David, we're talking some sports, some Spurs, Cowboys, Texans. Let's go ahead and start with our San Antonio Spurs. You look a little bit more proud of our silver and black team.
I thought they were going to pull this thing off last night.
Yeah.
And when you think about it, Milwaukee with Giannis Antetokounmpo, one of the best teams. They're actually picked to go to the NBA Finals by some people. So they are one of the best teams from the East, and I really thought the Spurs were going to be able to pull this thing out last night, especially because they had the lead late in the fourth quarter. And this guy, man, the future looks bright. I know we've seen a lot of slam dunks, a lot of different kind of plays. Watch this one. Yeah, you haven't seen that one yet.
Finger roll off the backboard.
That is just fun, isn't it?
Two-handed slam. Yeah.
Look at that. I got this.
I mean, there were some comments being like, this is stuff you see on an NBA All-Star game. Wemby out there improvising, part of just a big night. Even look, the Admiral. The Admiral had to have been impressed with that.
But that wasn't the only one. Do we have? What is this the one?
Let's see. What do we have here?
No,
we
this
have
is
Giannis.
Giannis.
Put in some work yesterday. David, what I liked about the Spurs effort was that, again, Milwaukee came in ready to play. We had the full Milwaukee squad out here. We had, Giannis, Damian Lillard. They were all on the floor for the Milwaukee Bucks. And again, unfortunately, Spurs could not get it done. I guess we're just going to continue to show this.
Another thing is the Spurs only turned it over 12 times last night. So that's like 3 times less than their season average. And that helped them stay in the game. Although I think Milwaukee had like 27 points or 27 points off those turnovers. So they took advantage of those 12 turnovers. But it was a complete game. They got to. I still say right now, I know Wemby is going to be the great Wembanyama, but I still say right now Devin Vassell is the best player on the floor for the Spurs, and he really makes things happen. And then starting Trey Jones last night made a big difference. You could tell. You could just tell right off the bat.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've been kind of hoping for this as with the season has come along, is that Trey Jones, he would ultimately get a chance to start. He finished with 18 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds. And the biggest thing to me, David, was that he got the ball to Wemby and, as you mentioned earlier, Devin Vassell. So it got both of those guys going pretty early. Those two guys should be taking the most shots. Every game for the Spurs. It should be Wemby, Devin Vassell, take the most shots.
Take the most shots. Yep, I totally agree. I mean, he had 18 shots last night. He only played 26 minutes, which was 2 over his allotted amount that they're supposed to be holding him down to about 24 minutes a game. But they said, if it need be, we could let him slide a little further. Well, it was a need be last night. And they almost pulled that thing off. And Vassell had 34. So Wemby had 27 points, 9 rebounds, 5 block shots in 26 minutes.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Exactly, and just imagine if he's actually getting his full minutes restriction lifted, which hopefully Pop said that they'll look at that over the next week and a half or so to kind of see what the x-rays say about the ligaments in that ankle.
Well, they got like 3 days before they play again, right? They don't play till
here we go.
Sunday.
Yes.
Against
the Cleveland Cavaliers, they're on the road here.
Well, so you can watch them before you watch the Cowboys. We'll talk about the Cowboys in a second. But and I know you were talking about, we were kind of talking about this. If you look at the schedule, some people were talking about how if they're going to start making a little bit of run, start winning some games, they're playing some of the lesser Eastern Conference teams on this. They played Detroit at least once. I don't remember them twice. So we'll see if they can get some wins.
Yeah, very encouraged by that effort there. All right, Dave, moving on to the NFL right now. And, hey, tomorrow night, big game for the Houston Texans, their franchise here. Win, and you are in the playoffs.
This is what you like. You like to be able to have control of your destiny. The Texans have control of their destiny. They beat the Baltimore Colts. They beat the Indianapolis Colts tomorrow night. We were talking about that BlackBerry thing. And
there you go.
So I went old school for you. I went Baltimore Colts for you.
Beeper, the beeper.
There you go, the beepers. So that one's tomorrow night at 7:15. You see that live right here on KSAT 12. When you're in, how simple can you get?
There you go. Maybe the Texans get it done. They've already had a great year. How about the Dallas Cowboys?
Right,
so they're in line to get the number 2 seed in the NFC after that crazy Lions win. Then the Eagles lose last week. So here we go. Cowboys, all you got to do is take care of business against the Commanders.
All you got to do is win. You're in control of your own destiny. Once again, if you win, they're the number 2 seed. They host a playoff game, which would be nice since they're undefeated at home this year. And they would play the 7th seed. That could be either the Rams, the Seahawks, Packers, Vikings.
A lot. Yeah.
Vikings. You'd like that, huh? or the Saints. So if the Cowboys lose and the Eagles win, they end up dropping down to the 5th seed. If the Cowboys and the Eagles both lose and the Lions win, that's a whole other scenario. If they all 3 lose, that's another scenario. If all 3 win. So basically, it's like the Texans. It's very simple.
Just win.
You're the number 2 seed, and you're hosting a playoff game. So.
Yeah, Cowboys have been undefeated at home, but they are on the road here in D.C. So against an old NFC East rival, so you know that the Washington will be up for this one. But come on, Cowboys. Let's get it done here.
The Commanders.
Cowboys.
So.
How about them Cowboys? You know what? The curse of Jimmy Johnson hopefully lifted. Now that we got Jimmy in the Ring of Honor.
Right?
Hey.
That was cool to see.
Going on the run.
Anything to help us out.
Yeah.
All right.
I liked hearing him say Cowboys and Cowboys. Yeah. Thank you, guys.
All right.
Time now, 9:39 and 51 degrees for now. You're watching GMSA at 9. And let's look out there with Zoo Cam. Our friends, the flamingos at the zoo, they're there enjoying the water in this nice, cool 51-degree weather. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. Well, airline travel is back. There were a lot of records set for the number of passengers flying in 2023.
And if you think airline fees for carrying a bag on board or checking your bags are increasing, well, you're right.
Yeah, definitely don't want to hear that. ABC's Rena Roy shares some tips from the experts about how to avoid those fees.
With more airlines charging fees to carry bags on board or to check luggage, flyers have to be more aware of these fees before booking a ticket.
The way airlines get your business often is you see a very low fare and you think that's great. But then when it actually comes down to all the different fees involved, it's actually a lot more.
So how can you improve your chances of avoiding some of these fees? Toby Stanger of Consumer Reports says there are things you can do even before you book your flight.
Join the airline's loyalty programs. It costs nothing to join. And if you travel with them a lot and you earn miles or points, sometimes you also can earn the right to bring a carry-on on for free.
Stanger says getting an airline-branded credit card can also save you on luggage fees. When you get to the airport, you can avoid paying for a checked bag by making sure your carry-on is the right size.
You really have to have one that's the regulation size, which is 22 inches high by 14 inches wide by 9 inches deep.
But Stanger says sometimes you can fudge the size rules a little by using soft-sided luggage.
You can take advantage of the sort of squish factor and maybe get away with a little bigger bag because it looks like it fits in the sizer.
Using a travel backpack as a carry-on can sometimes work since it may be less likely to be checked for size. Another tip for avoiding a checked bag fee is to board the plane as early as possible and stow it in the nearest open overhead bin space in your section. Finally, Stanger says you can carry extra items with you on board.
Anything you wear they're really not going to pay much attention to.
Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
It's Friday.
Yeah, maybe some people traveling, maybe hitting the roads out there, and we do expect a nice weekend and a nice day today.
Perfect weekend. Not only here, but across Texas. Yeah, we've earned it. We've had a couple days of wet weather, some very welcome rain. We'll get a break before some more activity heads our way early next week. Let's start with a time lapse here. Actually, no, we're going to start with KSAT Connect. I wanted to show this. Where we had some fog in the valleys. This is another cool shot. We're getting a lot of really neat shots of the fog this morning. This doesn't even look like South Texas, does it? This is in the hill country where we had some of the fog settling in the valleys, and then you can see right over the top of it. But great shot. We appreciate you sending those in. And let's look at the time lapse here. You see the clouds moving out, and then as you look towards downtown, there was the fog that developed briefly, and now it's pretty much gone away. Visibility has improved here in San Antonio, and right now temperatures sitting at 50 degrees. Dew point is at 48, and we've got west-northwesterly winds at about 6 miles per hour. 68 degrees at the airport later today. That's our forecast high. 68 in Elmendorf, 68 in Floresville. A little cooler in the hill country, but all in all, these are great numbers. A really nice day is headed our way, not only today, but as I said, over the weekend too. We get a lot of dry air, so that lends itself to some cool mornings, nice afternoons, and then the dew points increase very briefly Monday morning. So this may be enough moisture to get some showers and maybe a storm going, but the window is small, and then we get some very dry air that comes in Tuesday and Wednesday, and I mean, we could see dew points in the single digits. That's about as dry as the air gets around here. That'll be on Tuesday. Here's the satellite picture, and all the clouds moving, and so is the rain. There's still a few patches of fog and maybe some low cloudiness here and there, but those will quickly burn off, and we'll get a sunny day. That storm system that moved through last night now producing some pretty big storms along the Texas Gulf Coast into parts of Louisiana, and then good snow in Arkansas and Kansas. We're on the backside of things now here in South Texas. Our next storm system is still up here across the Pacific Northwest. Area of low pressure. This is going to swing south, and by Sunday, it'll be out over the Four Corners. Still quiet here, but as we get into Monday, that changes pretty rapidly. So as this storm system pulls in, we'll start to get some severe weather, I think, along the Texas Gulf Coast. Could even see a storm or two here. We'll have to watch for that. Again, the window is really small, but it's possible. And then the drier air starts to swing in by midday, and that pushes all the weather off to our east. Then we get some very windy conditions, and a second front push of colder air moves in, and this really kicks up the winds as we get into Tuesday morning. So Monday night, Tuesday morning, that's when we could see wind gusts 40 to maybe 50 miles per hour in some cases. This is Tuesday at 7 o'clock. You see some of the forecast wind gusts, 41 here in San Antonio, close to 50 in Kerrville. It is going to be very, very blustery Tuesday morning. Windy and cold, so wind chills will be there too as we head back to work and school on Monday. It's not going to be so, or Tuesday, I should say, it's not going to be so nice. 32 Wednesday morning, so we could get down to freezing on Wednesday morning, and then we rebound pretty nicely by the end of the week. Now, as I said earlier, once we get into not this weekend, but the next weekend, there are some indications we can get some much colder air headed our way. Still too early to say just exactly when and where that would settle in, but we'll keep you posted on that forecast.
All right, well, we look forward to that then. Thank you, Justin.
32, sticking out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, man.
Look forward to piling on all the Christmas sweaters we got.
Layers. 9:49 right now, and we're looking at 51 degrees outside.
Well, Valentine's Day is approaching, but for some people, that's this weekend. So after the break, we're going to see why this Sunday is called Dating Sunday.
Welcome back. Well, Stephanie, did you know that love is in the air?
Aww.
In fact, all over the place. Look at this.
Behind us. It's behind us for sure.
And we're talking about this weekend, Sunday to be exact.
That's right. ABC's Danny New explains why, even though we're still more than a month away from Valentine's Day.
Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match.
This weekend, Tinder says make your own match on Dating Sunday. According to a press release by the dating app, the first Sunday in January is their busiest day of the year. In fact, they say last year's dating Sunday saw 22% more messages sent and 18% more likes registered compared to the rest of the year.
This is a time of year where people are craving connection.
So if you hear Dating Sunday and think,
I'm listening.
I spoke with counselor and marriage therapist Amy Wine on the feedback she's received from her many clients on these apps.
Do you have clients in like their 40s, 50s, and 60s who have tried the dating apps?
Oh, yes, for sure.
First off, yes, of course, it's not just college students anymore when you think dating apps. And Amy says folks who have been around the block have a much different level of patience.
They're just going to be themselves because they don't have time to waste. I'm just going to be real. Take it or leave it.
I gotta be me. I gotta be me.
But it's not like that isn't a good lesson for everybody, especially when it comes to making the most grueling choice, designing your profile.
Show up who you are, your quirkiness, your funny, tell a joke in your dating profile.
However, there's the other side to this convenience, right? That yes, dating apps may make it easier to meet a lot of people in a short time, but that's kind of overwhelming.
I think now on a lot of the apps, you can put filters like your interests, values, life goals. Put those in there.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
And if one match doesn't work out, that's okay.
Maybe they had to move on so you could find the right one and not giving up.
And for the record, I met my wife Tina on a dating app, and I'm pretty weird. So there's hope for everyone. You can do it. In New York for ABC News, I'm Danny New.
Man, dating Sunday. I'm just trying to get past the next couple of hours, not even thinking about that. Trans Guide, yeah, Loop 410 Babcock, smooth sailing out there. I-10 at Callahan West. We have traffic moving along pretty good there as well. We do have a stalled vehicle being reported at I-35 North at Pat Booker Road. So if you're headed out to the northeast side, Live Oak area, just be aware of that.
All right, temperatures are warming up. We should be in the 60s. Probably close to noontime and then work our way up to the upper 60s this afternoon. Perfect weather, although I'll tell you, if you have Friday evening plans, you're going to be out Saturday evening, take a jacket because once the sun goes down, temperatures will fall off very quickly. But the afternoons are nice. 67 Saturday, 65 Sunday. Monday's the day where we see some big changes. 30% chance of some showers and storms in the morning. Then a front comes through. It gets much cooler and very, very windy. Monday night into Tuesday morning. Tuesday morning will be very blustery. And then once the winds subside, we'll get some cold temperatures coming up Wednesday morning, close to freezing here in San Antonio.
Not looking forward to freezing. And a quick update, we're going to let you know that we're going to carry a press conference live. This is at 11:30. It's going to be the San Antonio Police Department and Bexar County District Attorney Joe.
Yeah, that's going to be on air, also online, so make sure to check that out. Have a good Friday, everyone.
Yes, have a good weekend.